Okay, so like I said, we're starting here with wrapping up section 8.5. That's what your quiz today is on, 8.5. And that's adding and subtracting rational expressions. But they had one last section on complex fractions in that section. Now, Delta Math had you do these a little different way than I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what I think is an easier way. With Delta Math, here you have a fraction already. Here they would have you add these two into a single fraction. Then you would have a fraction divided by a fraction, which then becomes the numerator times the reciprocal of the denominator, and then you would do it that way. That's how Delta Math did it.
Oh.
But here's another way to do it. You look at all the denominators of all the fractions. So x plus 4, and x. What's the LCD?
X plus 4.
X times x plus 4.
Let's go.
So you're going to take x times x plus 4 and multiply the top and the bottom by that expression. And now look what happens. Take this times this, the x plus 4's cancel, and you end up with
5x.
5x over. Take this times this, for you're distributing now. This times this plus this times this. So this one times this first one, the x plus 4's cancel, and you get x. Plus this times this one, the x's cancel, and you get 2x plus 8. And so you end up with 5x over 3x plus 8. And you're done. That's all you have to do now. That's better than Delta Math.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy.
Everybody see that?
Oh, I get that now. Yeah.
You take all the denominators and you make an LCM out of those denominators. And then you multiply the top and the bottom by that LCM.
What the
And
hell?
what it's going to do is get rid of the fraction here, get rid of the fractions here, and give you a single proper fraction here. Now, what you have to do is always make sure that's simplified. So if it could be factored and reduced, you'd have to do that. But this one can't be reduced. It already is reduced. Let's do one more real quick one, then we'll move on to solving. 6, 3, 5, and 10. The way I would look at this, 6 and 3, the LCM is 6. 5 and 10, the LCM is 10. Then you look at 10 and 6. What's the LCM of 10 and 6?
30.
30.
30. And so all we're going to do here is multiply by 30 over 30. And then you get 30 times x over 6. What is that?
5x.
5x minus 30 times x over 3 is what?
10x.
10x over 30 times x over 5. Shout it out.
6x.
6x.
X minus 30 times 7 over 10.
14.
21. 3 times 7. So you end up with 5x minus 10x over 6x minus 21. So that's a negative 5x over 6x minus 21, and that's reduced. And you're done. So again, the delta math would have had you make these two into one fraction, make these two into one fraction, then divide the fractions by multiplying by the reciprocal. I think this way is a little quicker. All right, do you see it? Think you can handle this?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
I got
Okay, now let's see what did I do?
What?
This is the
I
part of this. Have some array. All right, so we've got this,
Oh,
Yes.
right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay,
pretty simple, actually.
For sure. Head out fast.
these are up. Now, go on to the next one here, 8.6. And that's rational equation.
Not right now.
Is that Murray's mom?
All right, so in your notebook, make sure you get 8.6 listed. Title it Solve Rational Equations. You may have already done it because you've been doing work on this already. So I imagine you probably already have this in your notes. But here's some more notes to put in there in case you don't. All right, the first one they give us is a special one. This is coming from the book, these problems. So if you read the book, you'd recognize these problems. All right, here's a rational equation, an equation with rational expressions. This is a special one because it's a proportion. And what's the best way to solve a proportion?
Cross multiply.
Cross multiply.
Yeah, Murray.
So all you have to do here is cross multiply, and you're going to end up with 12x plus 15 equals 9x plus 9, and it's a simple linear equation. You get 3x equals what? -6, and x equals -2. Double check to make sure -2 works by making sure it doesn't make a denominator 0. You always have to check your answer. As long as it doesn't make the denominator 0, it will work. All right? So any type of rational equation that's a proportion, you just cross multiply. And you solve it that way. All right, do we have this one down?
Yep. Yep.
Got it? Okay. Next one. Okay. Now, if you wanted to, you could make every rational equation into a proportion, but that would not be the easiest way to do it. In other words, you could take these two and make them into a single fraction. Then you'd have a fraction equaling a fraction, then you could cross multiply. But that's not how we want to do it. It's kind of like that complex fraction thing. What we want to do is look at all the denominators and come up with the LCM. What's the LCM here?
4x.
4x. And what you're going to do is multiply both sides of the equation by that LCM. You're going to multiply both sides by 4x and then solve. And so 4x times 5 over x, the x's cancel, you get 20. Plus 4x times 7/4, the 4's cancel, you get 7x. Equals. Here the x's cancel, you get negative 36. So you end up with 7x equals negative 56, and x equals negative 8. And negative 8, the only number that wouldn't work would be 0. So negative 8 works. So did you see what we did? Kind of like that complex fraction thing. You find the LCM, the LCD, you multiply both sides of the equation by the LCD. Then you simplify. This one gave us a linear equation. All right. Question?
Yeah. Why don't you multiply? Like, is there a reason you don't multiply by 4x over 4x? Like, I don't know.
No. We're multiplying an equation. You balance an equation when you multiply both sides of the equation.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what we're doing. 4x times the left side equals 4x times the right side.
All right.
This isn't a fraction. The other thing wasn't an equation. Complex fraction's just a fraction. So you had to multiply it by 1, not to change its value.
Okay.
That's why we needed something over itself. Here, you're not going to multiply by 1. You're going to multiply both sides of the equation by something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If A equals B, then AC equals BC.
Mhm.
That's all you're doing. All right, do we have this one?
Yup.
Yep.
That this one. Okay. All right, next one. 1 minus 8 over x minus 5 equals 3 over x. So again, first thing you do is find the LCD or LCM. What is it?
X minus 5.
X times x minus 5.
X times x minus 5. So you're going to take x times x minus 5 and multiply the entire equation by that. So this times 1 gives us this, which is x squared minus 5x. This times this, the x minus 5's cancel, and you get minus 8x. So we're getting a minus 8x equals this times this, the x's cancel, and you get 3 times x plus 5, which is 3x plus 15. So this time, what type of equation do I get?
Quadratic.
A quadratic. So we're going to have 2 answers now, and we're going to have to check both answers. So we end up with x squared. This is minus 13, but another 3 makes it minus 16x. And then the 15 comes over as minus 15 equal to 0. Do we get that right?
Yup.
Minus 13 with another minus
minus
3 is
15.
minus 16.
Yeah, isn't it supposed to be minus?
15 is 0. Then we're going to solve it by factoring. X and X looks like 15 and, whoa.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
Okay.
minus.
Well,
It's negative 15.
minus 15.
Minus 15.
It's x minus 5 times 3.
Oh, yeah, Murray.
It's X minus 5.
Yummer, yummer.
It's 3X minus 15.
Yeah.
That's why we're screwing up. Okay, so that makes this plus 15. Now we got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
X minus 15 times X minus 1 equals 0. We have been screwed the other way. All right, so what do you get for your solutions?
15 and 1.
15 and
Mr. Ray, we can't speed
1.
up.
Are we okay with 15?
Yep.
And you can check it out and see that it works. And then 1. We're okay with 1. The only two numbers you wouldn't be okay with would be what?
5 and 0.
5 and 0. So as long as you don't have a 5 or a 0, these things are going to work. So you get two solutions here. All right, so here's a rational equation with two solutions. You came up with the quadratic equation. All right? Do we have this one?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
One more, and I'm going to let you go.
Let's go.
And then
calm
Wednesday,
down, calm
all
down.
we're going to do is go over the review assignment.
Thank
There's
you.
no new material. This is it.
Thank you.
Okay. Try this one. 6 over x minus 3 equals 8x squared over x squared minus 9 minus 4x
Uh-oh.
over x plus 3.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You have that? Get in your notes.
Oh, this is simple.
So now what's the LCM?
X squared minus 9.
It's x plus 3x minus 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because that's what
Yes.
this factors into. And so your different factors are x minus 3 and x plus 3. And they're all used only once. So you get an x minus 3 times an x plus 3. So that's what we're going to multiply by. X minus 3 times x plus 3. And so this first product, the x minus 3's cancel, you get 6x plus 18
18.
equals, this cancels totally with this.
An
That
X squared.
gives you the 8x squared. This times this, the x plus 3's cancel. You get 4x times x minus 3, but it's minus. So it's minus 4x times x is minus 4x squared. Then it's minus 4x times minus 3 is plus 12x. And to make sure we didn't screw that up, the x plus 3's cancel, you got 4x times x minus 3, only it was a minus 4x. So that should work. And so that gives us an 8x squared, no, minus 4x squared. So that gives us 4x squared. And then the 6x comes over, gives you plus 6x. And then the 18 comes over, gives you minus 18 equal to 0. Is that right?
Yeah.
That looks right.
Right? 4x squared plus 6x minus 18 is 0. Let's take and knock out a 2, divide by 2, get 2x squared plus 3x minus 9 equal to 0. And then hope this thing factors.
I'm hoping.
It has to be 2x and x. And looks like 3 and 3. That gives you a 6x and a 3x, and you want plus and minus. That's your 2x squared. Here's your plus 6 and minus 3 is plus 3x. And there's your minus 9. All right? And so what solution does this give us?
Hmm.
Can you see it?
No.
No.
No. Too high.
Oh, that
Oh,
makes
that's it. Thank you.
Oh. Well, it can't be 3.
Three
What
halves.
solution does this give us?
3 halves.
3 halves. What
There we
solution
go.
does this give us?
X minus 3.
Negative 3. Now, go back to the problem. What about negative 3?
Doesn't
No.
work.
Nope, cannot be it.
Makes a denominator 0, doesn't it? Extraneous. But your 3 halves should be fine. All right?
That makes
There's
sense.
an example with an extraneous solution. So it just tells you you have to check your solutions. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Any questions on solving rational equations?
No, sir.
No.
We understand the method.
Yep.
We got this.
Yes.
Okay, so your next step is doing the delta math, rational equations level 3.
What?
Tomorrow you do a chapter review.
Mr. A, we can't hear you.
Tonight you're doing a delta math,
Okay.
rational equations level 3.
Yep.
Okay.
And then tomorrow you're doing a chapter review. Wednesday, we'll just take a few 10, 15 minutes and go over that. It should be a short class Wednesday. Friday, we won't need to meet, obviously.
Payday
We'll
Friday.
be taking the test and turning it in. And then Wednesday is just a quiz on 8.6. And tonight you have the quiz on 8.5.
Mr. A,
Yes,
how do you turn in the quiz for 8.5?
Ooh.
Spam scanner.
take it, scan it, and send it to me in email.
Okay, just an email.
Yeah, like we've been
Oh,
doing.
come on, Owen.
I thought it